We're back for the ladies 5,000 meters. Isabel Weideman on the inner lane of Canada, one of our up-and-coming first-year senior skaters.
And on the outer lane from Norway, Sophie Haugen. Both skaters had very strong showings yesterday in their 3K. Big PBs for Isabel Weideman. She is looking hot and mostly on the ice. She's a very aesthetically beautiful girl too, and she's inside and outside a beautiful person. I'm very lucky to call her a teammate, and she's had a fantastic season. She's going to look to top it off and to finish it off today with a big PB in the 5K. She came, dare I say, 5th in Russia World Championships this year. So she is really following and filling the footsteps of our skaters like Christina Groves and Clara Hughes.
That's right, Katrina. Isabel Weideman in the quad pairing, along with Victoria Spence from British Columbia and Yui Fujimori of Japan.
Having a little bit of technical difficulty with our timing deck, unfortunately. It's hard to find the lap times for Izzy and Tori. I talked to both of them extensively this morning in their warm-ups, and they are both feeling really good. Tori has been on fire for the last month or so, really connecting with her coach, Julie Wong. Obviously, Julie was the coach of some of our best female skaters and male skater, Arna Danker, excuse me. She has had an extensive history of success in speed skating in China and Canada. And I know Tori has really been working on her recovery. It led her to a big PB in the 1,000 meter the other day. Let's hope that she can carry that momentum into this 5K.
Greg Plannert now out on the ice. These guys are professionals. Don't try this at home, ladies and gentlemen. There are people racing, flying by. This ain't their first time, though.
Quite a bit more professional than Dennis and I. If you couldn't tell, that was our mockery or our imitation of Steve Armitage and Katrina LeMay Doan, two of the greatest commentators ever, and we just feel like we're flailing. So please tweet us your questions. There's hundreds of them coming in, and we are ready and willing to. There we are. You can see them fixing the timing deck. Tori looking nice and relaxed. I'm really liking what she's doing with that recovery. I said it before, she's been working on it, using her body weight on the straights. Izzy just makes it look so effortless. Obviously, she is a very statuesque girl, and she uses those limbs to get around the track, in a very efficient manner. Fantastic season for her. It'll be really fun to see her end it off with a good one here today. We're seeing a little bit of that congestion in this quartet. Tori skating her own race, nice corner entry. 12 and a half laps here. You know, those corner entries are such a simple thing to overlook, but if you nail them, that's make or break in a long race like this. Izzy riding her blades very nicely. And it looks like Haugen, excuse me, gets to chase down our Japanese skater.
I just started the hand timing on Tori Spence so we can get some lap times on her, see if she's holding a nice smooth pace. It looks like she's working hard to maintain solid lap times.
And I have done the same with Izzy.
Here comes Tori. 2 laps to go. I collect that at a 34.96. That's a good lap time at this point in the race.
And we're in the final stages of this 5,000-meter race. Denny, tell me a little bit about what these girls are thinking about right now.
Well, in these final stages, usually people have a plan for the first 9. Obviously, they have a plan the whole way, but the plan for the last 3, at least when I skated through 5,000, is just to hang on and try to start working even harder to maintain those lap times. They don't come easy. I got Tori at a 34.58.
And I just clocked Izzy at a 3.5. So that is blazing fast, and she does such a good job of maintaining that speed. She's very efficient.
Tori with a negative split in the previous lap. I wonder what she'll come around with. Here on the final straight, she looks very strong, holding the technique together very well. 1 lap to go.
This is looking very good for Tori Spence.
34.76.
And
Izzy finishes in an unknown time.
but with a last lap of 3.8.
Last lap of 3.8, very smooth. Just a solid last lap. Izzy, clearly one of our strongest 5K skaters, who's we're going to see more and more of in the coming years. Tori, I think, is on a great one as well. This looks like very smooth. She's been working very well on her technique this year. She finished on a 34.32 lap. That's the fastest lap time that I got in the last 4. Let's wait and see how the times stack up once the timing system's finished and they correct it on the board.
Julie looks quite pleased. So we will be back with all of the splits and the final times for this first quartet in the ladies 5,000 meter here at the Olympic Oval finale. Hashtag finally finale. Feel free to tweet us any questions. The weekend has been a great success thus far, and this is one of our final distances today, leading into the final day of competition tomorrow. And we just got a final time for Isabel Weideman. She crossed the line in 7:03.08. That is a very strong finish.
7:03.08. I would guess that that was the fastest 5K by a Canadian woman since, possibly since Clara Hughes and Cindy Clausen many years ago, up to 4 or 5 years ago, I would say.
She looked very strong, very relaxed. She just really makes it effortless, and it's a pleasure to watch. We have 2 skaters here from Japan. I love that Japan has university teams in speed skating. I think that that's a really refreshing, unique take on the sport, and obviously the oval here is connected to the University of Calgary, so us Canadian skaters are very lucky and fortunate to have the opportunity to train and go to school here, but we don't actually represent the University of Calgary like Japanese skaters do.
The 5K continues. They just posted the previous quartet's times on the board. Looks like a 7:14.27 by Victoria Spence, 7:17.77 by Haugen, and the Blazing Fast Infinity 0.00 by Fujimori. I think that one's incorrect. But Weideman must be incredibly happy with hers. I believe Victoria Spence. It looked like an amazing race to me. I don't know what her PBs are. I don't have the sheet in front of me, but that looks like a great time. And currently these two girls are nice and smooth, keeping it rock solid. This will be the last pair of women's 5Ks before the men's 10,000 meter starts. Officially, Victoria Spence, 0.57 off of a 5,000 meter PB, but that's super close. It was from
last year's finale, but with that being said, that was a huge personal best by Tori.
Oh.
Looked very strong. I know that she's been working hard with her coach Julie Wong, and she's really on an upward swing. It's really really exciting to see. Both Japanese skaters trying to maintain 7s and 8s with 2,000 meters to go. I have to have full disclosure here. I have never skated a 5,000 meter, and I don't think any of my coaches would allow me to do that because they would have to be on the backstretch for that 9.5 minutes.
The 5,000 meters is a special beast. It takes a certain energy system, and really the best 5,000 meter skaters in the world, both male and female. It's the athletes who can sit in that aerobic zone and maintain such good technique that they maintain a high speed. And certain energy systems, certain genetics just don't allow for that. Anastasia saying she's never competed in one. I think there's a reason for that. Anastasia skates 3 laps warm up and is off for a week after that. So
I skate 600 meters warm up, and then I call it a day. See, it's a good prep for my 1,500 meter tomorrow.
38.46. And will it be another 38? 38.86. The current lap. Holding those 38s. As I say, it's a hard race, but they're holding their technique together well. And relatively flat lap times. Let's compare the 38.15 of Tanaka's last lap to what she does here in 50 meters. .38.86, a .7 drop. and Takahashi, 38.86, and 2, 38.34, a negative split. So we might see this race become a little bit closer towards the end, but they are about 80 meters apart right now.
2 laps to go. They had to take a few laps to settle in.
So again, with the 5K, similar to the 1,000 meters, you see different styles. Some people go out harder, some people go out a little bit easier and then finish strong. Some people go out harder, and you can. The cool thing about speed skating relative to, say, running or swimming is that you can glide so much in speed skating. So if you go out with enough speed, you can actually kind of almost coast to the finish line on an empty gas tank. Whereas if you're running and you run out of gas, you're going to be on your face in no time, and you might not even be able to finish. So it adds to the pain of speed skating, but it adds to the strategy of when you use how much energy. Here comes Shoko Tanaka to the line. 7 minutes 45.11. And Yuka.
Both breaking the 8-minute barrier, sub 750. She crosses the line at 7:49.96.
And that'll do it for our women's 5,000 meter competition. Isabel Weideman with a huge win, 7:03.08. I think we're going to see more of her in the newspapers from World Cup performances next season. Victoria Spence, a great time, 7:14.27. I want to see her continue improving that graph as we go into next season. Her technique's come a long ways in the last 4 months, and I think it's only going to improve through a summer of hard training.
And that was the final of our 5,000 meter ladies. And we are just going to take a quick minute to change our starters position and timing blocks, because up next we have the men's 10K, 25 laps. I've personally